Hey, what is up, lovelies? It's Lynn, the Gacha Goblin, and let's talk about whether or not it's worth pulling on these limited events just for single characters, even if they're not your bias. So let's take a look at. Well, first, you need to understand what Stalactrum are. So this is for, beginners who aren't really sure of how the battle systems work yet, or exactly how to break enemies' weaknesses and whatnot. So, when you look at your memories, there are little like circles on the top left hand corner of all of your cards, and each love interest has they have two like primary colors. So, you have Zane, whose primary color is blue and red, and then you have Raphael, who is purple and pink. Xavier's is yellow and green, and Silas's is pink and green. So, when you're deciding on whether or not to pull on a limited banner for a single card, like what Zane's birthday card right now, especially if you're free to play, you have to consider how many memories you have already that have the Stalactrum color that is currently uh, rated up right now. So, as we can see here at the very top, you have Zane's Eternal Attachment, which is rated up, and it's pink. Now, pink is like the tertiary color that's needed for Zane's cards. And when I say needed for Zane's cards, I mean in battles like the Deep Space Orbit here. Deep Space Orbit, unfortunately, Zane's isn't available right now, so I can't really show you, but I can show you the open orbit. Here, it's asking for blue and pink. Sometimes it'll ask you for blue and red, or red and pink, or red and I forgot the other combination that they usually use for Zane, but a lot of the times it would be a combination with the two main colors or with the tertiary color, which is pink for Zane. So prior to me getting the Eternal Attachment card, I was using a 4-star card. It was the Glittering Lights as the replacement instead of this new 5-star that I just got. So you have to also consider when you're using a 4-star card, even though it's completely rated up, it's still not as strong in terms of base stats as the Eternal Attachment 5-star card with no leveling up. And also not ranked up at all. The base stats is much higher than any 4-star total ranked up and completely leveled up, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me down below, but I know that the base stats in comparison is wildly different. That's why there's such an incentive to pull for the 5 stars. So that's something to keep in mind. There are standard cards that fulfill that tertiary color, like there is the Gentle Twilight for Zane, and for different characters, let's see, you can find the what do you call it, standard 5 stars, the lunar cards. You can find them here in the X-Space Echo, and you can also find some of them in the store, the exchange shop, here in the Wishing Well. So you can find some of these here. So you have the business trip, which is actually the main Stalactrum for Zane, and it's the main Stalactrum for these three love interests here. So Zane, Raphael, and also Xavier's. Silas's is not, I don't know for sure, I don't want to misquote myself, but I don't think blue is the tertiary color for Silas. I could be wrong on that, but I think red is the tertiary color for Zane, and yellow is the tertiary color for Raphael. So actually, you know what, let's just see if we can confirm this. If we go to Silas's cards, pink, green, yeah, so blue is the tertiary card for Silas. So his primaries would be pink, green, and then his tertiary would be blue. Alright, so we're probably going to get another blue card in the future. I'm not sure what that's going to be, but we shall see. His myth card, I can tell you for sure. Since we have the standard ones as pink, his next myth card set will probably be green. So keep that in mind, everybody, for future reference. I just say that because the ones for Zane have been blue, the standard ones were blue, and then his myth second release was red. And then Xavier's, his standard is green, while his myth that came out was yellow. And for Raphael, his standard is purple, and I believe his myth ones were pink, but I wasn't playing at the time it was released, so I unfortunately don't have his cards, which makes me sad. But yes. So if you're planning on pulling on any single individual limited banner, just, keep in mind of the Stellatum colors, because they do come in handy if you're playing the game by Stellatum, how it's supposed to be played. There is another way of doing the battles in this game. I saw a post on Reddit about doing purely crit builds. I will probably make a video on that in the future. I just need more resources to invest in a single team to do that. Probably my weakest team. I'll try a crit build, so we'll have to see what happens down the road, but that is definitely something I'm planning on doing. I just don't have the materials right now, so I don't have like the cores that's needed for that kind of build, and I don't have the these things, the potions, to level up. So we will work on that definitely, so that way I can make a video on it. But yeah, hopefully you found this video interesting and a little bit helpful when you're deciding whether or not to pull on the single limited banners, especially if the character is not your bias, or whether or not he is your bias, so that way you just know and are aware of like the battle mechanics behind all of the cards. Personally, I just pull all of the cards that I want, so I don't really think too much about the battle stuff, because I'm here for the experiences, okay? I'm here for the funsies. I'm not here for the fightsies. But yeah, if you like my video, please leave a like down below, and if you have any additional comments or additional pieces of advice for newbie players, or if I missed something in my explanation, please leave a comment down below. I really appreciate it when you guys, at least cover my bases that way, like double check my work. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I am Lynn the Gacha Goblin. Oh wait, and if you want to join the Goblin family, hit that subscribe button. I'm Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and I will see you lovelies in the next video. Bye bye now.